Hello everybody, welcome to another adventure with Art Whisper 88. This is Soho Urban Artist watercolor paper. This is 25% cotton, 140 pound, and it's a cold press. I will put the link in the description box below where to get it. Now this is not a paid advertising. I'm just sharing what I'm using because I like to try all kinds of paper, and I favor paper that is not expensive because art supply costs can add up, as you well know, and I like to stick to budget-friendly paper. So this is a watercolor block. So what I had done is, before filming, I loosened the paper with my knife because this is all glued together. It's a watercolor pad, because instead of using this for watercolor, I'm using it for printmaking. So anyway, before I continue, I would like to thank all of you viewers for subscribing and watching and helping me to reach this milestone of 14,000 subscribers. I'd like to help out my friend, Kate Word. Now, Kate has become a good friend, and she has been through some rough times. Now, I will not go into personal details, but I think she would be very happy if you guys could head on over to her website. I will put the link in the description box below. Watch her videos. She is extremely talented, very sensitive, lovely lady. And it's the least I can do, because now that we have a ever-growing community of artists and art lovers, it will make a huge difference in everyone's life. Okay? So now that I got that out of the way, I will start doing my mark making. Now I'm experimenting with less self-conscious marks. These are a little more informal. This is a big contrast to the graffiti style of making marks, which is very, very highly stylized, very elegant in many ways. But this one is a little more instinctive. Now I will allow this to dry for a few minutes with my desk fan, and I will put on a secondary layer of paint. Okay, I have a few light colors here. This is Unbleached Titanium by Artist Loft. This is Venetian Rose by Amsterdam. This is Fern by Lucas. And Sky Blue Light by Amsterdam. So as a second layer, I will... Ooh, I didn't see that coming. I'm glad I'm not wearing my good clothes today. Some titanium white. Now there will be different zones of color, but it's not very strictly defined. This is kind of like how should I say, kind of like a Wheel of Fortune kind of thing, where everything is purely by chance. Now again, since I am shifting to a larger plate, I have to mentally adjust myself that I need a little bit more paint. Now there is never any harm in using more paint. I think using too little paint is worse. So I will start with the unbleached titanium. Again, I am alternating directions, vertical and horizontal. Now, I owe this color palette very much to the abstract expressionists in the 1950s and 60s, especially William de Kooning, who has influenced my art a lot. And I think it's only fair to give credit to artists who have come before us, give them the due respect that they deserve. Okay, I will add my usual marks. Again, the marks are not self-conscious, they're very spontaneous. But sometimes you discover things about yourself when you do things unconsciously. Okay. Now I have to really mentally shift gears because I'm using heavy paper this time. So I will leave this on for about 5 minutes because I'm trying to pick up the black marks. Okay, let's see what we got here. Very cool. It's left a very nice ghost print. I am going to use, this is raw sienna. This is phthalo green. And this is Lucas Cadmium Red. I'll start with the raw sienna. Now, another contemporary artist that I like to give credit to is the German artist Gerhard Richter. I hope I pronounced that properly. I love the way he blends color with a squeegee on his canvas. And the result is something very rich and mesmerizing. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how we did here. Wow. It's very complex. Check this out. And it left a very beautiful ghost, which I have to pick up. I'm going to try this metallic gold and see what happens. I forgot to squirt some baby oil into this brayer. See, I put the baby oil right there so it doesn't squeak. have here. I think it picked up quite a bit. This is pretty awesome. Check this out. It has this beautiful metallic background. You know what it makes me think of? The illuminated manuscripts. In the medieval times, the religious scriptures were always decorated with gold leaf. This reminds me of that. All right, I think we are heading in the right direction. Let me take one last. Now this time I am going to use this is acrylic gloss medium. I've never used it before. But before I do that, I'm going to add some more marks here. Now I suspect that this is similar to Mod Podge. I could be mistaken, but I think it is a colorless sealer. So I'm allowing the black paint to smear on purpose, just to give it some effect. It's a different kind of effect. Because I think printmaking is all about making marks and creating different effects. Let me just wipe down the edges here. Now I'm going to wait a minute or two to let the gloss medium take effect on what's underneath. Kind of activate it because it's kind of thickened up. Okay, now since I think this is going to be my last pull, I'm going to leave this on for a little bit longer, maybe like 6-7 minutes, and hopefully the paper won't tear. I don't think it will. Okay, it's been more than 5 minutes. Let's see what we have here. I just hope this doesn't tear. Wow. I like this. It's totally unexpected. Check this out. It makes me think of a huge canvas. I'm really happy with this. And maybe from now on I will be mixing some gloss medium into my paints to help pick up the ghosts, or to help the paint become a little more transparent. Awesome. So I will air dry these and recap. Okay, back after a short break. Now this is the first pull. Now I think this needs some collage on it, and instead of using Mod Podge like I usually do, I will try this gloss medium and see how it works out. Now I have here some scraps of tissue paper, and I'm going to position them like so. So I'm just going to put a little bit here in my plastic tub. Now I'm using this full strength. I'm not watering it down. Because I do want to have some shiny spots. So I'm going to see what happens when this dries. I do expect certain areas to be glossy. It might be an interesting concept to have glossy areas and matte areas. There. So that is the first piece. Let me move on to the next one. Now, I don't think this needs anything else. It's quite busy. There's a real close-up here. Again, this is reminiscent of Gerard Richter's paintings. And I do admire his work a lot. And I take some lessons from his work. There are a lot of organic textures here, like this one, for example, looks like water. Looks like the reflection of the water when the light shines on it. Here's the next piece. I really like this one because of the metallic gold. Now there are still some leftover traces of the scribble marks from the first layer, but they really are leftovers. That is the piece with the gold on it. And here's the last piece. Again, I think this is my favorite. It's a close-up. This is really reminiscent of abstract expressionism during the 1950s. Makes me think of the action painters. So there you have it. I hope you like this little adventure. And please head over to artwhisperer88.com, which is my storefront, and check out Kate Word. Like I mentioned before, I will put a link to her channel below. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing. and I do hope to see you next time.